For the first time in 1998, hello again, everyone. I'm Chris Lincoln. Welcome to a new look Racehorse Digest for the new year. And we welcome our new title sponsor, National Car Rental. Now, you'll be seeing a lot more thoroughbred racing in our new format, more features. We'll still showcase some of the top quarter horse races, but no longer have weekly recaps on harness racing. You can still follow the trotters and the pacers again this year, though, on our American Championship Harness Racing Series on ESPN2. So let's get to racing now. The much-anticipated return of last year's Kentucky Derby and Preakness winner, Bob and Beverly Lewis's Silver Charm. It was the day after Christmas, the Malibu Stakes on Santa Anita's opening day. Silver Charm's first race since the Belmont Stakes in early June. Here are the Malibu conditions. Grade 1, $200,000, 3-year-olds at 7/8 of a mile. Let's meet the field now. Final odds presented by Las Vegas. Trafalgar's Silver Charm couple and the big favorites at 1 to 5. Swiss Yodeler at 16. We scratch the 3. Lord Grillo getting some support at 9 to 1. And rounding on our field for the Malibu Stakes, Mud Route and E-Mail It on the outside. Trevor Denman has the call of Silver Charm's return to racing.
Way to go. Silver Charm beginning well in the center of the track, but he doesn't have the early speed of the others. It's Swiss Yodeler comes through at the rail to take the lead. Appalachie Ridge in the red colors right there, and Mud Route one from the outside. E-Mail It is caught 4 wide. And here's Silver Charm in the white cap racing in 5th, just 2.5 off the leaders. They're going a good pace out there. Latin Dancer has the white blinkers racing in 6th, and then it's Trafalgar. A grab of 5 to Lord Griot's a good 10 lengths off the leaders, and another 3 back to Crypto Star. They head to the half-mile in the Malibu. On the outside, Appalachie Ridge. Down at the rail, Swiss Yodeler. Mud Route is breathing down their necks in 3rd. E-Mail It is forced to go wide. Silver Charm, the white cap, now just 3 lengths off the leaders and right in contention. Latin Dancer is racing in 6th. Trafalgar has 7 lengths to make up, and then it's another 3 lengths back to Lord Griot and Crypto Star. Coming to the top of the lane, Appalachie Ridge in the red. Swiss Yodeler at the rail. Mud Route is right there. Silver Charm, let's see now. Gary Stevens starting to ask him. He's got the white cap looking for somewhere to run. Silver Charm, can he split horses? Nowhere to go. Here's Lord Griot coming like an express train on the outside. And Lord Griot, now Silver Charm gets out. And Silver Charm tries to come back, but they run down to the wire. And Lord Griot is running ahead from an unlucky Silver Charm. 3rd with Swiss Yodeler.
Silver Charm just never could get free to run in time in the Malibu, finishing 2nd as to the 3rd choice in this race, the Argentine-bred Lord Grillo. Lord Grillo, owned by Gary Bazantz's Cobra Farm, trained by Mike Pipey, got a great ride from Hall of Famer Eddie Delahoussaye. As for Silver Charm, jockey Gary Stevens, trainer Bobby Baffert feel he's back better than ever, and he'll make his 4-year-old debut in the 2nd leg of the Strube Series, the San Fernando Stakes. That's coming up January 17th. Well, with more time for the thoroughbreds on the Racehorse Digest this year, we're going to take some time to look back at some of the stars of the past. You'll recognize this guy. This is Spectacular Bid at Santa Anita, racing in 1980. We're back on January 5th of that year. He began his 4-year-old campaign winning the Malibu Stakes. He did it in a track record time of 1:20. The bid went on to a perfect 9-for-9 season and was named Horse of the Year 18 years ago. Spectacular Bid. The new year started off with a big change for trainer Patrick Byrne. He announced he had signed an exclusive contract to train for Canadian Frank Stronach. Stronach with some 170 horses in training. For Byrne, the decision meant, though, giving up his own stable, including Breeders' Cup winners and likely juvenile champions, Countess Diana and the undefeated colt, Favorite Trick. Here's how Pat explained the decision to go private and give up Favorite Trick, the early pick for this year's Kentucky Derby.
I think the fact that when you have a Mr. Stronach behind you, you've got that opportunity every year to try and get a horse like Favorite Trick. So it's basically the longevity of rather the, you know, what's in the future rather than just this 1 year. Obviously, it was a tough decision. You know, Favorite Trick's is kind of like a son for us because we picked him out the sale. We've had him all along, developed him, and it'll be a great loss for us, but the thing about it is we look forward to, we have other nice horses to come, you know, lots of nice horses to come in the barn, and, you know, we'll just move forward with that.
So what happens to Favorite Trick? Well, it was announced Tuesday he goes to the barn of Cigars former trainer Billy Mott. Billy Mott starts 1998 with the favorite for this year's Kentucky Derby. National Car Rentals Racehorse Digest is brought to you by National Car Rentals. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. the American Quarter Horse Association, serving the American quarter horse racing industry and America's horse. And by Walmack, winning the world over.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At National Car Rental, we believe that when it comes to renting a car, there's really only one place to go. Because at most major airports in America, National gets you in your car and on the road fast. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. National Car Rental.
Brookside Farms in Versailles, Kentucky is home to one of Thoroughbred Racing's leading sires, Theatrical. An Eclipse and Breeders' Cup champion has already produced 9 stakes horses and a track record setter in 1997. Leading the way is Alan Paulson's multiple Grade 1 winner on dirt and turf, Jerry, winning the Grade 1 $500,000 Woodbine Mile, defeating the top-ranked Gentleman. Theatrical at Brookside Farms, Versailles, Kentucky.
Ellipse.
A revolution in total body conditioning. Ellipse.
New from Nordic Track.
Feel great.
Feel great.
Shape.
Your body.
Tone.
Your muscle. Shape changes everything.
Ellipse.
Ellipse. Ellipse.
Total body aerobic
Aerobic exerciser.
Call Nordic
Call
Track.
Nordic Track.
Free video and brochure.
Free video and brochure. Ellipse.
Own a professional sports team at a bargain price. Get into American Quarter Horse Racing. Experience the excitement of your very own runner competing in your colors. Then invite your envious friends to join you in the winner's circle. Visit your star players anytime you like, and they'll never ask for a raise. So dig in, hang on, and let the dirt fly. The AQHA can get you started with free information. Call 1-800-414-RIDE.
We welcome you back on the National Car Rental Racehorse Digest, and also welcome in our old friend Tom Dawson here, our resident quarter horse racing expert. Tom, good to have you with us.
Pleasure to be inside, Chris. Normally we're working in a paddock or a barn area someplace, so kind of nice to be comfortable indoors.
Well, we're going to put you to work, though. We're trying to get information on the 1997 Quarter Horse Chain Racing Champions.
Well, the ballots have gone out, Chris. January 12th, the voting deadline, and there are 19 categories, some equine, some human, to be considered this year.
Now, we're used to close photo finishes in this sport. How about in these categories?
Well, I think one of the photo finishes could come in the jockey category. There are several very viable candidates to win the award this year, including Joe Badilla Jr., who was the winner in 1995. He led all quarter horse jockeys this year with 180 wins, captured 18 stakes, which tied for the lead. Now, Joe is primarily a West Coast rider, Smiling Joe, as he's known, as you can see there, but he had good success in other states, traveling to win stakes, especially in Ruidoso, New Mexico this year. And here's G.R. Carter, who was the champion back in 1993. He led all quarter horse riders this year with over $2.3 million in earnings. He captured 18 stakes wins, as did Joe Badilla. 3 Grade 1 victories aboard this gelding, Dashing Perfection, the leading candidate for champion 3-year-old gelding honors this year. So a great year for GR. And Chris, I wouldn't be surprised to see GR do his patented backflip that he's done in the winner's circle so many times, right off the stage there in Oklahoma City if he wins the award. And another live candidate this year, Eddie Garcia, last year's winner, solid again. He battled Joe Badilla for the riding title at Los Alamitos all the way down to the wire. Finished the year with 176 victories, also very prominent in stakes as usual. Here aboard Artesia's Special Chick in the Golden State Futurity. Artesia's Special Chick, champion candidate in his own right.
Here are some other candidates for the voters to consider. How about Jackie Martin, 6-time winner of the All-American Futurity this year, won his first Champion of Champions. Charles McMahon won a lot of races in the Southwest. Gilbert Ortiz over $1 million. And there's our first lady of quarter horse race riding, Tammy Purcell, winner of the All-American Futurity. Well, Tom, how about the trainer category? Usually it's a one-man race.
Chris, every year since 1985 when the award begun, Blaine Schwanevelt is the only man to win it. And there's Blaine. He's had obviously a fabulous career, and he had a good 1997, 101 wins, 18 stakes wins, $1.3 million in earnings. But Blaine faces a little competition this year from Jack Brooks, who had a fabulous year, and a big challenge, I think, from this lady, Donna MacArthur. Just a fabulous season. She led all trainers with $2.1 million in earnings last year. She won the 2 biggest quarter horse races of the year, the All-American Futurity with Corona Cash, and here, as seen on ESPN, This Snow is Royal, capturing the Los Alamitos Million. So a great year for Donna MacArthur, a very accomplished horsewoman, and not a bad dancer, especially after winning a major race.
Great year for her. Well, Tom, when will the announcements be made? Where will they be made? Only I know is you're making them.
Well, I have the pleasure of hosting the announcements again this year at the Heritage Place in Oklahoma City, January 22nd, approximately 8 p.m. or right after the horse sale session concludes.
All right, Tom, back out in the cold. We'll see you on the quarter horse racetracks, and remind you that even though it is the new year, we have the same old toll-free number for you to call for more information on quarter horse racing. That's 1-800-414-RIDE.
Are creditors hounding you? Don't panic. There is a way out. Stop creditor harassment, repossession, and foreclosure. We can take the fear and worry out of your bankruptcy and do it for less money. Call Affordable Legal Counsel today. We are here for you. Are creditors hounding you? Don't panic. There is a way out. Stop creditor harassment, repossession, and foreclosure. We can take the fear and worry out of your bankruptcy and do it for less money. Call Affordable Legal Counsel today. We are here for you.
It's a thin line between newborn and stillborn, full-term and premature, between healthy and sick. If you're pregnant or think you are, getting prenatal care early is the most important step you can take. Don't put your baby's health on the line. Take care of yourself so you can take care of your baby. Find out now about getting prenatal care. Call 1-800-311-2229.
Iron hand, never knowing how powerful a stick could be. They never watched hockey. Now they did. Watch the NHL on ESPN 2 before life passes you by.
As part of our new look on the 1998 Digest, we'll be keeping you up to date on the Thoroughbred racing leaders. Here are the final standings among the Thoroughbred top money earners of 1997, led by the Breeders' Cup Classic winner, Carolyn and Sonny Hines, Skip Away. But now let's get back to the track, the first of our 2 Thoroughbred race recaps. We continue racing from Santa Anita, December 27th, the Grade 1 $150,000 La Brea Stakes for 3-year-old fillies. The distance 7 furlongs. I Ain't Bluffing, the favorite here, led gate to wire under jockey Eddie Delahousse. The Bay holding off owner Frank Stronach's Minister's Melody by a length to win the La Brea Stakes. I Ain't Bluffing was 4 for 5 last year. Coming into this race, the daughter of Pine Bluff, winner of the 1992 Preakness, picks up her 3rd straight victory for trainer Ron Ellis. The filly, a $72,000 Keeneland sales purchase as a weanling, covered the 7 furlongs in 1:21.1. Next for the top 3 finishers, the second leg of the La Cañada series for 4-year-old fillies, the El Encino, January 18th. Now let's go to the Grade 2 San Gabriel Handicap for 3-year-olds and up. Held last week at Santa Anita. The purse $150,000. The distance 1 1/8 on the turf. Winner Bobby Frankel's Martinique K was the 8-5 favorite.
They come to the top of the lane, and Stormtrooper and Bienvenido go on with it. Martinique, though, in the red colors now coming to tackle them, and Prize Giving getting involved in the gold. Top of the lane, and Martinique on the grandstand side. Bienvenido in the white coming home. Game Lead 2 and Prize Giving on the outside. But it's Martinique now lengthening stride and coming home impressively. De Bull getting involved late, but Martinique super impressive today. And Martinique wins the San Gabriel from Bienvenido. De Bull finished 3rd.
Martinique K with a little better luck in his 2nd American race. After losing his shoe, he finished 3rd behind Jerry in his North American debut, the Grade 2 Citation. This one, Martinique K wins by 1.5 lengths to take the San Gabriel Handicap. This 4-year-old Irish-bred colt who raced in France is owned by Edmund Gann, trained by Hall of Famer Bobby Frankel. Jockey up, Corey Nakatani. On Saturday, the Monrovia Handicap at Santa Anita brought out 7 to the post for the $100,000 Grade 3 race. It's fillies and mares 4 and up, the distance 6.5 furlongs. This was originally scheduled for the turf, but switched to the dirt. Madam Handit took the lead, entering the stretch, and drew past Janine Sahadi's Ski Dancer to take the Monrovia Handicap by 3.5 lengths. A couple of Hall of Famers teaming up here. Madam Pendant, ridden by Eddie Delahousse, trained by Ron McAnally. The owner, Janice Whitman. This 5-year-old mare is by Wild again out of Tuesday evening. This was the first graded stakes win for Madam Pendant. We'll be seeing her next in the Grade 1 Santa Monica Handicap on January 24th. Madam Pendant, victorious in the Monrovia Handicap. Also at Santa Anita this past Sunday, the El Conejo Handicap. This is a $100,000 sprint for 4-year-olds and up at 5.5 furlongs. Bobby Frankel, the Exeter man, took control late in the stretch. He'll pull clear here of the 8-5 favorite, Tower Full. Pick up the win by a length and a half for owner Patrick Sheehy. The Exeter man, a 6-year-old son of Capote out of the Nakiska Wind mare, ran the race at a time of 1:02.1. Under the guidance of jockey Garrett Gomez, who just moved from the Chicago circuit to California for winter racing. You might remember the Exeter man. He was pulled up in the Cigar Mile by jockey Mike Smith. And Mike thought the horse had taken a bad step and broken down. Later, Bobby Frankel explained that's the way the Exeter man goes. That's just him.
As a business traveler, you can choose from thousands of places to stay. But when it comes to renting a car, there's really only one place to go. National Car Rental. Because when you join National's Emerald Club, you can bypass the counter, choose your own car, and get on the road fast. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. National Car Rental.
Own a professional sports team at a bargain price. Get into American Quarter Horse Racing. Experience the excitement of your very own runner competing in your colors. Then invite your envious friends to join you in the winner's circle. Visit your star players anytime you like, and they'll never ask for a raise. So dig in, hang on, and let the dirt fly. The AQHA can get you started with free information. Call 1-800-414-RIDE.
I believe that you and me last forever.
Jolly Rancher candy, colossal fruit taste that lasts. Another breakthrough from the 1-hour labs of Lens Crafters. New Featherweights Plus lenses. They're lighter, they're thinner, they're more impact resistant. And now they're twice as scratch resistant compared to regular plastic lenses. New Featherweights Plus, only from Lens Crafters, made in about an hour.
Great moments in racing are the results of months of hard work and hope, years of planning and persevering, and generations of successful bloodlines. For nearly 2 decades, Walmack has contributed to some of racing's most exciting moments, with stallions like Phone Trick, Kentucky's leading juvenile sire by number of winners in 1996. His get includes an Eclipse Award winner, and more than half his 26 stakes winners won stakes at 2. At Walmack, we're working to make every moment count.
Our second race recap begins in South Florida. Gulfstream Park's new season, Sunday's Grade 3 Spectacular Bid Stakes for the newly turned 3-year-olds. Polished Brass was the 8-5 favorite. Let's join Tom Durkin for the call of the Spectacular Bid at Gulfstream.
Heading for the far turn, Fiend in front to head, Bodenser second. Time limit caught 3 wide round the turn. They clicked off a quarter in 22-1. Polished Brass just in behind the lead. Easy Line is making a run up the rail around the far turn. It's still Fiend and Time Limit going head to head. Bodenser continues to fight away in between them. Down toward the inside, it's Easy Line. Polished Brass is toiling 5 lengths from the lead, and the field turns for home, and Time Limit has come away with the lead. It is Time Limit in front at the top of the stretch, leaving Fiend behind in second. Easy Line and Governor Hicks, Polished Brass, and Sedgem Run is putting in a late run, but it's all Time Limit. Time Limit, powerful today. Time Limit wins by 6 emphatic lengths.
Time Limit with an easy victory here for trainer D. Wayne Lucas. The Chestnut Gelding finished worse than second only once in his 8 career starts. It was the 7th in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile last November. The new 3-year-old, a $160,000 Wheeling purchase, the 1995 Keeneland Sales, is owned by W.T. Young's Overbrook Farm, was ridden for the first time by jockey Jerry Bailey. This was also the first graded stakes win for Time Limit. Next will be pointed for the February 1st Danka Hutchison Stakes at Gulfstream on ESPN. Gulfstream's first grass stake of 1998 was supposed to be the $100,000 Grade 2 Appleton on Saturday. The race was moved to the main track at a distance of 1 mile and a 16th. 10 horses scratched, only 5 going to the post. Well, Sir Cat didn't seem to mind the dirt track, easily romping to the wire ahead of Wild Event. Wild Event, by the way, owned by Arthur Appleton, whose family the race is named for. Sir Cat is a 5-year-old son of Storm Cat out of Desert Run. Been successful on the dirt as well as the turf. Finished the race in 1:42.3. Jockey Jerry Bailey was on board for the victory. Sir Cat, owned by Richard Golden, trained by Bill Mott. Sir Cat will be prepped for the January 24th Canadian Turf Handicap at Gulfstream. Now, before Gulfstream opened, it was the 23rd running of the $150,000 Grade 2 Le Praviant at Calder Racecourse on its final days of racing for the year. This mile-and-a-half race, also scheduled for the turf, moved to the main track. 6 fillies and mares ages 3 and up going to the start. The second choice, Last Approach, stalked their front-running favorite, Flying Concert, and easily passed her competition in the final furlong for the victory. Last Approach, a 5-year-old by Far Out East out of Fast Approach, is owned by the Augustin Stable, trained by Jonathan Shepard. Julie Crone piloted the mare to her first graded stakes win. Last Approach will run 1 or 2 more times before heading to the breeding shed this spring. Last Approach, a winner at Calder. Friday at Calder Racecourse, there was the Grade 3 $100,000 Tropical Park Derby for 3-year-olds at 1 mile and an 1/8 on the turf. Owner Fred Hooper's co-entry of Draw Again and Recommended List went off as the 8-5 favorites in this one.
On the inside, Buddha's Delight leads by a head. Tuesday Tactics on the outside is second, then toward the inside. That's Draw Again. Then from between horses comes Sign of a Bird. To the outside, Dispersed Away. Moving up next from the far outside, it's East of Easy. The field moves to the quarter pole, and now there's a 1/4 mile left in the Tropical Park Derby. On the outside, moving up to get the lead, that's Dispersed Away. To the inside, Buddha's Delight is still there. Then moving up on the far outside, that's East of Easy. Widest of all, moving through now to get the lead. That trying for the lead is pointless. To the inside, Draw Again. They come to deep stretch. Buddha's Delight clinging to the lead. Draw Again finds room to the inside. Draw Again's going to be up to win it all.
Draw Again wins the Tropical Park Derby. This chestnut colt by Roman Diplomat out of Preciseness is trained by Bill Caesar. Draw Again earns his first graded stakes win under the rider jockey Joe Bravo Recommended List. The other Hooper entry came in 4th. And there is Mr. Fred Hooper, 100 years old, in the winner's circle at Calder for the Tropical Park Derby. Well, Calder Racecourse also hosted the 15th running of the Virginia Handicap, a Grade 3 $100,000 race for fillies and mares 3 and up. Jerry Bailey got the ride on the 2-1 favorite, Start at Once.
They went the first quarter in 23-2, and they leave the backstretch, move to the 3/8 pole. On the inside, that's Start at Once. On the outside, for the lead, it's Gold Memory. Then it's a half-length back toward the inside. You Can Do It looks for room at the rail. That's Flashy and Smart. Past the quarter pole to the top of the stretch. Gold Memory now leads a half-length. You Can Do It ranges up on the outside to get the lead. Then it's a length back toward the outside. That's Autumn Slew coming on. Boart's Ball is there. Then toward the inside, Flashy and Smart. They come to deep stretch. You Can Do It. Flashy and Smart toward the inside. Rallying at the rail, Special Request. Here's the wire. It's going to be close. It's going to be too close to call.
Well, it was Flashy and Smart, ridden by Pat Day, splashing home to the victory. The filly, an Ontario-bred Dollar Smartin, is owned and bred by Don Romeo, trained by Deborah England. Flashy and Smart swam the race at a time of 1:26.3, earning her first graded stakes victory. Bill Mott's Start at Once didn't care for the rain and the slop and finished back in 8th. Well, on New Year's Day, the Tropical Park Oaks was run at Calder Racecourse, a $100,000 event for 3-year-old fillies, the distance 1 mile and a 16th on the turf. Trainer Philip Gleaves had the 3-1 favorite here, Rosh's Warning.
On the inside, Social Storm. On the outside, To Be Approved. Their heads apart. Length and a half back to In a Whisper 3rd. At the hedge, that's Bubbly Lady 4th. Length to the outside. Pretty Blue is fifth, half length back to the rail. That's Tasso's Magic Rue. Then it's another length and a half back to the outside. Quick Lap is next. On the inside, Rasha's Warning. Then it's another length and a half back. It's Ransom the Dreamer with Mudslinger. Cigar Charlie on the outside. 2 lengths back, McGill's Blue. 3/4, 112 and 3. Less than a quarter of a mile to go in the Tropical Park Oaks. Moving on the outside now to get the lead. That's To Be Approved. Opens up a length and a half. On the inside, Social Storm is second. 3 lengths back toward the inside, Bubbly Lady. On the inside, Tasso's Magic Rue rallies. They're in the final 16th now, and they're all chasing To Be Approved. She takes the Tropical Park Oaks.
To Be Approved approves of the grass, picking up her 3rd straight turf victory at a time 143-1. This Bay filly, purchased for $500,000 2 weeks ago after her last start, earns her first victory for new owner Joseph Allen. Shug McGahee takes over the training duties from fellow conditioner Ron Spatz. The next event for To Be Approved, the March 4th. Here Comes the Bride Stakes at Gulfstream. Favorite, Rasha's Warning, tired and finished 7th. On the last day of 1997, Aqueduct Racetrack, the scene of the Grade 3 $100,000 Gallant Fox for 3-year-olds at 1 5/8 miles. Unreal Turn left the gate and never looked back as he held off the favorite Draw to win by 1.5 lengths. Draw, trained by Shug McGahee, ridden by George Chavez, was then disqualified for interference in the stretch and placed 3rd in this one. Unreal Turn of 5-year-old gelding by Unreal Zeal is owned by Patricia Generazio, trained by Frank Generazio. Chestnut running the distance in 2:46 and 3, collecting his 3rd stakes victory in his last 4 starts. Stuart Janney's Mr. Sinatra was moved up to 2nd place after the disqualification of the favorite.
Harness racing and the internet, an information super raceway where the sport comes alive through technology. A computer and access to the internet bring harness racing to your fingertips. Race entries and results from tracks throughout the U.S. Important news items, special coverage of major events, the best of Hoofbeats magazine, multimedia, and email. Plus links to sites around the harness racing world are yours free. Point, click, enjoy harness racing. Visit the United States Trotting Association site on the web today.
Sleet.
Feel the heat.
Chill.
Experience the thrill.
Snow.
Just go. Break away for 3 days and 2 nights of the world's best racing at Gulfstream Park.
Call 1-800-406-RACE. Packages start from just $4.49 a person, including airfare, rental car, deluxe hotel, and more.
Excite your senses with a thrilling, all-inclusive racing weekend from just $4.49.
Only at Gulfstream Park. Call 1-800-406-RACE today.
East meets West when college football's top seniors showcase their skills in the country's oldest all-star game. The East-West Shrine Football Classic, presented by Buick. Saturday at 4, only on ESPN.
National Car Rental's Racehorse Digest is being brought to you by National Car Rental. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. And by Alan and Madeline Paulson's Brookside Farms. Well, let's turn to our Brookside Thoroughbred News section now. We'll take you to Suffolk Downs in East Boston. The new year began with something old. Playing politics, the Big Gray on the outside at age 16. Believed to be the nation's oldest horse in training at a major track, making the 201st start of his career, and he gets his 25th career win. Against a full field of $4,000 claimers, he returned $41.80 to his fans in New England. See you next week on The Digest. Ground transportation provided by National Car Rental. For worldwide reservations, call 1-800-CAR-RENT. Join us next week. We'll feature the 1997 Eclipse Champion Thoroughbreds. The Racehorse Digest, a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.